going to be a great evening tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a great evening tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you're tuning in, make sure you comment. How did Bunkie help you get close to what matters most? Play a song and then we'll get started. Her freckled face with a smile that lights up the world, in her favorite dress, she's a typical 6-year-old girl, and she's on a date with her dad in a sports bar on Sunday, twice a month unless something comes up. Chocolate milk with her fries, here's mud in your eye. She can order whatever she wants. Well, don't be surprised if she marries a guy who loves football but never looks her in the eye. She's on a date with her daddy in a bar on Sunday afternoon. Her mama's feeling guilty. When they split, it tore her daughter apart. And she bites her tongue when she hears about him, 'cause she knows he'll break both of their hearts. And she's on a date with her dad in a sports bar on Sunday, once a month if nothing comes up. He's watching the game on a TV over her shoulder, texting his latest sweetheart. Well, don't be surprised if she marries a guy who loves football but never looks her in the eye. She's on a date with her daddy in a bar on Sunday afternoon. A few years pass, they lose touch, but she's got a family now. But Father's Day's coming right up. She gets the courage to call her somehow. Now she's on a date with her dad in a sports bar on Sunday, once a year, so they can catch up. She's brought some pictures of his granddaughter's freckled face and a man in her life that she loves. Why is he surprised she married a guy who loves swing sets, recitals, and easy baked pie? She's on a date with her daddy in a bar on Sunday afternoon. She's on a date with her daddy in a bar on Sunday afternoon. Stick around, folks. We got a great show tonight. We'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm David Fraser, founder of Bunkie Life. We're in the building industry, but what we're famous for are small log cabin kits called bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without needing any special skills, tools, or second mortgages. Ultimately, We help our clients create extra space for meaningful connection. Yes, we help our clients get a cool bunkie, but if you think it's just about the bunkie, you've already missed the point. Really, what this is about is creating the space and time for more meaningful connection. Having a bunkie is just part of that journey.
Mary just mentioned Bunkie Life family, and I really feel like something like this and just the whole experience is we did more than just buy a bunkie.
It's not just about the space, but what happens in the space, how it enables more connection. It allows you to spend that quality time with friends and family. It allows you to be there for each other in both senses of the phrase.
Merry Christmas!
Our family realized this when we were going through a tough time. We needed our family beside us. We had created that extra space with our own bunkie in our own backyard, and we realized how truly important it is to have the whole family together. Bunkie Life is the market leader in educational videos and content as we pioneer this growing industry. Our goal is to be the go-to source for fun, friendly, and helpful advice for families, whether they buy from us or not. Our core offering is an easy-to-build or built-for-you bunkie kit. This helps our clients quickly and easily create extra space without any building experience. We're proudly a Canadian-made family business right here in Ontario. Our bunkie is often the difference between that friend or family member coming to visit or not, being there for each other or not. The reason we do this is we believe family comes first. And when it comes to being there for each other, there are no do-overs. That's one of the reasons we've partnered with Ronald McDonald House Charities in their goal of keeping families close. Because ultimately, we want to help build a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. We've committed to donating a night stay at a Ronald McDonald House for every bunkie we sell. Hey guys, I brought you this huge novelty check. Check it out.
Oh my gosh!
There you go.
David, this is incredible!
And as of the end of 2023, our team and our Bunkie Life community have been proud to donate close to $200,000. I get up every morning excited to help families create extra space for meaningful connection. Thanks so much for listening, and I can't wait to hear from you. All right, everyone, it's going to be a great evening. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. It's going to be a different vibe, I think, than the last few ones, but I think it'll be hopefully heartwarming, enjoyable. We might have a special guest. That's a TBD. Might have a special guest towards the end of the stream. But I'm reading your comments and appreciate everyone tuning in. So we got people from all over North America, California. Welcome, Tina. We got folks from North Carolina. Very, very cool. Dallas, Texas, Oregon. So good. Minnesota. This is fantastic. So this is the agenda for tonight. We're going to chat a little bit about the summer sale. But before we do, I'd like to do a quick pop quiz. So I'll explain how the contest is going to end, of course. Maybe I'll explain that now, actually, since everyone's going to be... This is the last live stream before the contest closes. So if you are tuning in tonight, you are hopefully already part of our first ever American-only contest. So if you're Canadian or outside of North America, this is not for you. But if you are somewhere in the lower 48, Alaska or Hawaii, you could potentially win a bunkie. We're giving it away and finishing the contest on Wednesday night. I believe we're closing the contest down to new entries, though, tomorrow evening. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but we want to give ourselves a little bit of time to get a breather, and then we'll announce the contest live. We'll draw the contest live on Wednesday evening, so 2 days from today, almost exactly 48 hours from right now. Okay, so let me just explain how it works, just so you understand. So you'll tune in live, and we will do a short presentation on what the company's all about, and then we will draw we'll announce the winners who won the most points. So there's some kind of mini prizes that you win for the most points. We'll announce those, and then we will get ready to announce the winner. So when I draw the winner's name, we'll display it on the screen, and I will email that winner my personal cell phone number. Okay, so I'll email them my cell phone number. And ideally, I would love it if we could get them on the phone. on the actual phone so you could hear their reaction live. It's happened of the 15 roughly contests we've done. I think 14 of the 15 times we've gotten the person on the phone, but even if they don't, even if we don't get them on the phone, they're still the winner, and we'll keep trying to contact them to make sure they can accept the prize. We have at one time where we had to redraw because the winner wasn't technically eligible. So we're hopefully going to avoid that. That was a bit of a conundrum, but we really do want to get the person on the phone live. So if you could, be furiously checking your email on Wednesday evening, okay? And if you know the person that does win, if you could text them, call them, whatever. I know a lot of people know each other in the contest. That would be awesome, okay? So that's basically how it's going to go down. So let's get to tonight's agenda again. So I'm going to talk briefly about the summer sale after we do a little pop quiz. I already talked about it in contest details. Then we're going to talk about our dream, future expansion plans, and of course the why behind Bunkie Life. Pretty emotional story behind there. So let's get to a pop quiz though before we get to that. This will set the tone for the evening. So if you can, get to a comment, get to your keyboards ready. We're going to have an actual pop quiz. Pop quiz. Okay. All right. Oh, and before if you could, click that share button, folks. That would mean the world to me. If you share the stream, it would be fantastic. So if there's a share button somewhere on your screen, click it. Thanks. Okay, so let's get into the pop quiz. So this is, all these questions are going to be about octogenarians. That's people who have lived to be 80 years old. And we want you to guess in the chat what their answers were. If you're able to participate, give me a test or a T, or no, don't give me a T. Give me a hi. If you're in the chat, you're ready to do this, give me a comment test, and let's get it going. Make sure that your chat is actually working, and we'll go from there. Okay. So if your chat is working, type the word test into chat. We got some T's, some tests. Okay, good. Now we're gonna be. This is the first time I've done this with this many people, hundreds of people. So we're gonna be doing it kind of honor system. All right. If you get the right answer, just record the fact that you got the right answer, and hopefully we'll have one or two winners that actually got all the answers right. Now, if you are one of the winners, I want you to email me, and I'll have a special prize for you. Might be Bunkie Life connection card, something like that. Okay, so let's do it. All the tests are coming in. This is great. It's working. Let's do it. Okay, so like I said, they asked 80-year-old folks these questions, kind of like a survey of the octogenarians, and you get to guess what their answers are. Okay, so first pop quiz: true or false? The number one most reported regret of elderly men was that they didn't provide more for their families during their working years. Comment T if that's true, or F if that's false. Pop quiz. Give me a T if it's true, and F if it's false. And I will wait, and I will go to the answer in just a moment. So if you think true, type T. If you think that is false, type F. Okay, a lot of Fs. I see some Fs. Some people are saying true, some people are saying false. Okay. If you answered false, you are correct. In fact, most 80-year-old men regret spending too much time at work and not enough time with their children as they grow old. Okay, so that's tally your score. You're either at 0 of 1 or you're at 1. Okay, give yourself 1 point if you got the right answer, which was false. Give yourself 0 if you got the wrong answer. Okay, question number 2. Now this is kind of the other side of the coin. What's the biggest regret of elderly women? Was it A, not expressing themselves? B, not moving forward with love? Or was it C, not spending enough time with family? Or was it D, not staying in touch with friends? Okay, if you could answer just with A, B, C, or D, A, B, C, or D, that would be great. Okay. All right, so was it A, not expressing themselves? Was it B, not moving forward with love? C, not spending enough time with family? Or D, not staying in touch with friends? Let's see a lot of people. I'm going to check your answers here. People are saying D. I got some A's. I got some C's. Okay. All right. Once again, honor system. Record your answer. If you said A, not expressing themselves, you would be wrong because the answer was C. Amongst elderly women, all those were common answers, but the number one regret was C, not spending enough time with family. All right. We'll keep them rolling. All right. This is question number 3. What percentage of people actually reach age 80? And it's a multiple choice as well. Is it A, 33%? Is it B, 5 to 7%? Is it C, 20%? Or D, 50% of people reach age 80? What do you think? If you type your answer in there below, and then we'll reveal the answer. It's a good, solid group of people here. Some good answers. It can't be two. If someone put C and D, it can't be C and D. It has to be one. Pick one answer. Pick a lane. Get in the lane. Okay. So what percentage of people actually reach age 80? This is an American-only contest. Yes, but you can still... this is an American-only contest, but you can participate in the pop quiz. That's totally fine. We'll do a Canadian-only contest later, just FYI. Okay, some people are saying A, 33%. Okay. If you said B, only 5 to 7% of us reach age 80, you'd be correct. Worldwide, only 5 to 7% of the people will actually make it to age 80. Now, if you're in an area with high longevity, like a Japan or a Canada, that's more like 10%. But still, you're not bad in great odds to make it to 80. Okay. This, I believe, is the final question. By the time your kids or grandkids reach age 18, you have spent how much of the total time you'll ever get with them? Is it A, you spent 25% of the time? Is it B, 50%? Is it C, 75%? Or is it D, 90% of the time you'll ever spend with them? Let me know what your answer is. By the time your kids or grandkids reach 18, you will spend how much of the total time you'll ever get with them? Is it A, 25%, B, 50%, C, 75%, or D, you have spent 90% of the time you'll ever spend with them? Okay. If you said A, 25%, you'd be wrong. If you said B, though, 50%, you'd still be wrong. If you said C, 75% of the time, you'd be closer to correct, but still wrong. If you said D, you spent 90% of the time with your kids, by the time they've reached age 18, you'd be correct. Now, why do I say this stuff? Why do I bring this up? Am I just trying to bum everyone out on a random Monday night? No. If you take one thing away from participating in this contest, if you never hear from us again, if our paths never cross, you don't buy a Bunkie, you don't buy a book, you don't donate to Ronald McDonald House. But if you take one thing away, I want you to take this away. Time is short. We don't have forever. Spend time with the ones who matter most and don't live in regret. So my final question, this is more rhetorical. If I could show you a way to get just a few more moments back, if we could build something that would ensure you get to maximize those few precious moments with these people, would it make sense to hear me out? And that is our pop quiz, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. I got to remind you, we are doing a summer sale. It's our epic end of summer sale, hottest sale of the year. And if it makes sense for you, awesome. David@bunkielife.com. You can email me and I'll let you in on the sale before it even starts I guess it's starting in a few days. It starts very soon. Okay. If you want to get the early bird details, you got to email me, David@bunkielife.com, with the subject line sale. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, one, I'm very biased, but I think bunkies are awesome. You can be the first in line in terms of our production queue. You can avoid delays, missing out, tariffs. As a lot of folks know, our factory is not slowed down all summer and winter. And there's a potential we might have a longer lead time than we already do have. And you get to lock in the best price, as we'll talk about probably later. And you get to be some part of something bigger, which is the whole point of today's presentation. So that's all I'll say about the sale, but it is on very soon. And if you want to get the early bird details, message me, please. Okay. Now, what are some common questions about the said sale? Okay. I'd say number one is, do you ship to my area? And the answer is probably yes. Probably yes. If you're in North America, I could show you the client map. It extends to Alaska. It extends to all of the Canadian provinces and territories. It extends to all the lower 48. We're working on Hawaii. We've got a wait list there. And so the answer is probably yes. If I'm not ready to take delivery right away, can I still order? Absolutely. We'll hold it for you until you are ready. Not a problem at all. What about tariffs? Great question. Currently, Bunkies are still 0% under the old USMCA or CUSMA or whatever the Mexicans call it. The North America Free Trade Agreement. So still 0% tariffs for now. So that's good news. Now, what if there's a better price later? What if this isn't actually the hottest sale of the year? Well, first of all, it is the hottest sale of the year. But secondly, if somewhere between now and when you actually get your Bunkie, a better sale comes along, you can upgrade to the different deal if that happens. But you may lose your spot in line. So you just have to bump to the other line. But generally speaking, I can guarantee it's not going to be a better deal than right now. What's our refund policy? We have a pretty reasonable refund policy. It's just if you got to back out of your Bunkie for any reason, we'll give you all your money back as soon as we sell that Bunkie to someone else, which usually happens within weeks. Okay. All right, let's talk a little bit about why we do this. What is the story behind Bunkie Life, and what are we all about? Why do we actually do what we do? And so for that, I prepared a short little presentation. And we'll also talk a little bit about the dream of where Bunkie Life is going. And we'll hint at that as well, which I think should be very relevant to the Americans among us. So let's do it. Okay, so this is why we do this. So as you know, Bunkie Life is all about family life. We are a small family business located in Rockwood, Ontario, Canada. Some things we're proud of, being on HGTV's Family Home Overhaul, CTV's Made Right Here, and of course, Dragon's Den, which is like the Canadian equivalent of Shark Tank. I'm also the author of the Bunkie Life Extra Space book, as well as we put out the Bunkie Life Connection Cards, 52 playing cards with 52 different thought-provoking connection kind of questions. Things like, I'll just read a few for you right now. What's the best thing about being in our family? If you could visit any place in the world, where would you want to go? If you committed a crime, what would everyone instantly think you were arrested for? Those kind of questions. Some things we're proud of. We've raised over $300,000 for Ronald McDonald House charities and completed over 15 Make-A-Wish builds. We'll talk more about that as the night progresses. But ultimately, we're proudest of the successes of our Bunkie Life clients. That's why we get up in the morning. How did we start? Well, it started with a very simple need that our family had, which is when my first daughter, that's me and my now 11-year-old and my wife, where are we going to put mom when we ran into bedrooms? So in 2015, we built our very first Bunkie. That's me and my father and my father-in-law. And then I started instantly renting them out, very successfully actually, on Airbnb. So we had 3 Bunkies going, and they were rented out all the time, especially in the summer. And then I started thinking, well, maybe other people could use a solution for their space issues. So we set about actually forming a business in 2017 to help create a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. We're now coast to coast across Canada and the USA. And just 4 short years ago, we started our dream of producing the world's best Bunkie right here in North America. And we successfully started up the very first North American Bunkie factory. And that dream continues. So this is the next kind of chapter of the dream. And we filmed this probably a year and a half ago as well. So this is kind of things coming to fruition. This is David Fraser from Bunkie Life America. And I want to share a little bit about the dream. A dream that began in 2017, where we wanted to bring about a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. And so it started very simply. A small, easy to build Bunkie kit, a little log cabin you can put together in your backyard or at the cottage in a weekend without needing any crazy power tools or a second mortgage. And over the last 5 years, we've grown, we've reached families all across North America from coast to coast, and even started our own factory. And we can't wait to see how it grows, because we strongly believe that something made by North Americans for North Americans has a real authenticity to it, and is something that you can really buy into. And so that's why we make every single Bunkie right here by hand with care for our Bunkie Life clients. Our factory here in Ontario is capable of making 4 Bunkies a day, and we're hoping to supplement that with a factory down in the States quite soon as well. So thanks for taking the time to watch this video and learn more about how we do what we do and why it's so important that the quality is high and that the workmanship is fantastic. And we look forward to serving you as a client.
So today we're here in our first factory that we ever opened here in Ontario, Canada, and we can't wait as we're expanding into the US to start our first US factory.
All right, so who do we help? So our motto has always been family first, and we tend to connect most with clients who are hardworking, small business owners, professionals, people of that nature. They usually own a family cottage, vacation house, lake house, that type of thing, and they need extra space in their backyard for when friends and family want to come and visit. And they have three major problems. Number one, not enough space. So they're left feeling cramped, disappointed, embarrassed. The family escape becomes a fight of who's going to actually get to stay. So friends and family either cut their stay short, or worse of all, don't come at all. And our clients don't have enough information. What are the possibilities? What are the rules in my area? Should we renovate? Should we put on an addition to the house or the cottage? Should we just throw a trailer in the back? Should we do tents? So most people with all the confusion about rules and stuff don't do anything. But as we said earlier, moments of connection are rare. Our kids and our grandkids are growing up, and I think the fear we all have is that they're growing up and we're missing it. And to put that into perspective, if you think about all the time you'll get to spend with your kids and your grandkids, by the time they've reached age 18, if you visualize all that time as a package of Skittles, by the time they've reached age 18, you've used all the Skittles except 2. And that makes me think to myself how important it is what we do, that if we can give someone just 2 or 3 Skittles back, it's really powerful and it's really meaningful. And I know that as a dad now. I have 5 kids, and the time you get with your parents as they're aging and you're trying to raise your own kids, it's fleeting. So here's how we help. Number one, educational videos and content. Things like this live stream that we're currently watching right now, right? We want to help people understand their options, help people through the planning process, the building process. We want to be the trusted go-to source for helpful information, whether or not you buy from us. And of course, we're most known for our easy-to-build Bunkie kit. So they finish beautifully on the inside and on the outside, usually built in a weekend, often without needing a permit. Check with your local mafia, or a second mortgage. They're relatively affordable and very easy for the average Joe or Josephine to build themselves. We also offer kind of a done-for-you option. If you have some local handyman or handy women in the area, they can usually put a Bunkie together in a day or two. We have a courtesy list of Bunkie installers all across North America we're adding to every month. But ultimately, we get people their quality time back with the people that matter most. Because really, we're in the business of helping families create extra space for meaningful connection. And another thing that we offer is plugging people into the Bunkie Life community. So a lot of volunteer opportunities, in-person events. We're going to have a barbecue in about a month from now. And we give a lot of opportunities to give back. We have a very private community of over 2,100 people all across North America now that have actually purchased a Bunkie and built it with their friends and family. It's a very active group. So really good for asking about different challenges and concerns you might have as you're leading up to your build or after your build as you're finishing your Bunkie. Now, why do we do this? So I'd like to share a little bit about the family story and the connection to Ronald McDonald House. Why is it so important to us? And so what I'd like to do is play a video I recorded almost a year ago, a little over a year ago. And we were in a very different spot as a family back then. But I share this just to share the backstory of why we came to making our pledge. And our pledge has been, for the last 5 or 6 years, every time we sell a Bunkie, we donate a night's stay to Ronald McDonald House. But why, you might ask? It doesn't seem to make sense. Well, Ronald McDonald House, their mission is helping keeping families close, and it ties into our story. So let me explain that by playing this video. So Carrie and I got married in 2009, and we had Evie, our first daughter, first grandkid on both sides of the family. We had her in 2013. And that was for me at least, a very smooth experience, very we had healthy, everyone was healthy the whole way through. Evie was born. She was a happy, healthy baby, and we were really excited about it. It was such a great time of personal growth, and the family grew, and it was awesome. So about a year and a half later, we started thinking, oh, maybe it's time to continue that dream of having a big family. Carrie always wanted to have a big family. I come from a big family. So it was always our exciting goal to have, lots of kids. And so we started trying for our second kid. We thought it was going to be just as smooth as the first time. And right away, pretty much we lost 2 babies early, around like the 10-week mark. And when you lose one, it's kind of like, okay, it's a fluke. It happens a lot. People don't talk about this kind of thing, they tell us, but it's very common. 30% of pregnancies end in miscarriage. And so we kind of shook it off and tried again, and we lost the second one. When you lose 2 in a row around the same time, you start to think, okay, what's going on? So that's when we more seriously started talking to doctors, and they put us on kind of the common medication they'll put couples on in our situation. And then we were able to have our second daughter, Hope, who is just a wonderful 7-year-old now. And we kind of thought, okay, we've solved that issue with this medication. And so we, Hope was a little bit older. Evie was at this point probably 4 or 5. And so we thought, oh, it's time. Let's have baby number 3 and continue the big family dream. And so we got pregnant. Of course, we held our breath. At this point, it was very apprehensive, and it wasn't as exciting. It was very much like, ooh. And we got to around the 10-week mark where we had lost the first 2 babies, and we got through the 10-week mark, and then we got to week 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we're like, we're out of the woods here. We started telling everyone, I'm buying my cigars, getting ready for the big day. And then on New Year's Day, 2018, we found out there was no heartbeat. And that night I was scheduled to play a wedding. This is back when I was performing full time. I was scheduled to play a wedding, and I had to go and pretend to be super happy with this couple and do my best to serve them and entertain them and their family on a joyous day for them. But our family life was just chaos. And the doctors, couldn't find a reason why. It was really, really hard to go through. And a lot of people are saying, well, maybe, they always point to the 2 kids you have. Oh, the 2 kids you have are great. And which we agree, it just felt like we were wanting to have more children and grieving that process. So we decided to try again. And then in July of that year, we lost baby number 4 at around the 16-week mark as well. And that was a very hard year. We were just starting Bunkie life, so I was trying my best to do that. We were still running the wedding entertainment company and trying to keep that going, and going through just a lot personally. And through that experience, we realized how important family is. Having Carrie's parents drop everything, come to see us, and my parents as well, made such a difference in us getting through those really tough times. And if you've kind of followed our story, we decided that we would try again one more time. And it was kind of a Hail Mary. And during that time, my wife was reading a lot of medical journals and trying to Google her own symptoms and things, and kind of discovered there's this little tiny study with just 11 people in it. And my symptoms kind of matched this. So she wrote her doctors. At this point, we were seeing specialists in Toronto, Mount Sinai. And they were all, 3 or 4 specialists were kind of weighing in on our situation and her health and what could be causing this. They couldn't find a definitive answer, but Carrie said, what if we try for this? And there was a genetic test that she could take to determine if she has this particular gene. She tested positive for it, and then they did a sample, and they said, oh yeah, you actually have this condition. Essential thrombocythemia. If you're a nerd, that's what it is. Basically, it means your blood can sometimes clot a little bit too much. And so we were pregnant for our 3rd time, we were pregnant again. So we lost 2, and we were pregnant for number 3, if you think of it that way. And she discovered this whole situation, got all this done, and then it kind of felt like, oh, we got to save this baby. And so she got this medication. It was very expensive. Got this medication, started taking it, and we got to the 10-week mark, and then she kept taking the medication. She got to the 16-week mark where we lost the last two. And we got through that. And in January of 2020, right before the world ended, we had Declan, our little, now 4-year-old, and our third daughter. And, we were just absolutely thrilled to have her. And she's been our fieriest child, but we love her. And then we, through that experience, and I shared that on Dragon's Den. I started sharing it publicly, and people were sending me emails about, thank you for sharing that story. So I owe it to you to continue to share that story. While we were in the hospital with Declan when she was first born, I had the opportunity to kind of go up and down the elevator and go get stuff for Carrie and stuff. And I ran into another guy who was also there at the hospital it was a high risk pregnancy kind of situation. And he was telling me about how his wife had been there with his premature baby for like months. And they'd been staying at Ronald McDonald House. And throughout this entire time, we were so fortunate that we had our family come alongside us. They were able to come and stay in the Bunkie in our backyard. Or we would stay sometimes in the Bunkie, and they would stay in our house and look after the kids. And the importance of having family in those kind of times, and having friends, close friends come alongside is just so huge. So to continue the story, so we had Declan in 2020, and we really honestly thought we'd solve this. And so during COVID, we had our son Owen, took the same medication the exact same way, and he's a happy, healthy baby. He's now 1.5. And so we're kind of under the impression at that point, okay, we've got this solved, right? And so Owen had turned 1, and we thought, I know it's a little bit crazy. I know everyone thinks we're probably done, but what if we try for number 5? Which I know in 2024 now, that sounds insane, to have 5 kids. It's not the norm, but going through all these hard times and getting so many emails from people just like our Bunkie Life community of like, just the most heartbreaking stories. And my heart goes out to every single person that's written in. I felt like we had the opportunity, and we wanted to fulfill our dream of having a big family. And we thought, if we've had this opportunity, if we've solved this problem, so many couples never know why these miscarriages keep happening to them. And we think we know why, and got this medication and stuff. So in 2023, we found out we were pregnant again. And we found out it would be a boy. So Owen would have a little brother. We were so excited. And this past summer, we went for the first ultrasound, which was around the 10-week mark, and we heard the heartbeat, which was like one of those like really heart, hold your breath kind of moments. And then we were still very apprehensive to tell anyone, still obviously very scared. And then just a few weeks later, she went in for another ultrasound, and there was no heartbeat. And of course, like all these things, it's hard to know why this is happening, of course, and no one really has a solid answer. And the reality is, we were fortunate enough to have 4 kids, of course, and people will tell us that, and believe me, we appreciate our 4 kids so much. And we're at a real crossroads. I'm turning 40 next year, or this year. I'm turning 40 this year. Carrie's going to be 39 this year. So it's possible that that 4 is where we'll be. And I'm just so fortunate that we have the kids we do have, and the kids have a support network with their grandparents and with their extended family and with our friends as well, because we had so many great friends come alongside us. And so the reason I tell this story, of course, is that we were so blessed to have an opportunity where we could have family come close during the hardest time of our life. So there's seasons of hardship throughout this whole story. The hardest probably being 2018. We lost 2 babies really far along. And we were so fortunate that because we shared our story, people shared their story with us. And some really close friends that had lost 6 babies, and then finally had their one daughter. I was at probably the lowest point, and I was talking to my friend, and he was saying, you have an opportunity here. If, as much as it hurts and it's horrible, you have an opportunity. And the reality is, the babies that you've lost, and they can't be here. And what would they say to you if they were? Which I thought was interesting. And he said, if they could, do you think they'd say, David, you got to give up, right? You've got to lay in the grave with us? Or do you think they would say, we can't be there with you, with your sisters. We can't comfort mom. We can't feel the sunshine in our face. And we can't feel the warmth of the sun. We're not going to grow up. But you can help comfort mommy. You can help our sisters grow up. And you can help turn what happened to us into something good. You can help redeem what happened into something good. And so that's what we've chosen to do with our business and with our story. So that's the reason behind why Bunkie Life does what we do for the Ronald McDonald House, because we realized this little bunkie up on a hill was a lot more than just a cool structure, that I rented out for money on Airbnb sometimes. It was a bridge between our family being able to come and stay with us and be alongside us, really be with us, or not. And so that's why, for us, it's not just about making a great bunkie for people and making it in Canada, which is we're super excited about. But it's about making it for people that all have their own stories and their own struggles and their own reasons they just want to connect with each other. I've been reading a book called Family Board Meeting. I'm trying to apply what it says, and it's a boring title for a book, but the idea of the book is we have 18 summers with our kids. If we're lucky, if we're blessed enough that we're around for 18 summers, we have 18 summers with our kids. And then they're off and they're grown up and they're out and they're with their families, and it's a different dynamic. So the moments we can have with them while they're here, while we're here, we have to grab them, right? We have to absolutely enjoy them, honor them. And for us, if the bunkie is just a small part of that picture, of if the bunkie helps a family get closer in any way, to appreciate the time that we have with each other, that makes it all worthwhile, right? Of course, for every bunkie we sell, we donate a night's stay to Ronald McDonald House so that they can achieve their goal of helping keep families close. Families that are going through an absolute horrific experience in a lot of cases. I got to go to the Ottawa chapter in December and meet some of the families and meet the people that run the place and the volunteers. And I got to go to the one in Hamilton as well. Meet the whole gang there. And they really, really go out of their way to make sure people feel like they have a home, they have a safe place they can go while they're out battling really incredible hard things that I can't even imagine. And so, I tell you all this just to encourage you that, you don't need a bunkie to connect to your family. You can do that today. You have 18 summers with your kids and with your grandkids. And then, that's the first part. And then secondly, if if something about our story resonates with you, I would absolutely love to invite you to participate with us. So there's a number of ways to do that. We have, every year we do a campaign to give, and I'll explain that in a minute. We give directly to Ronald McDonald House, and you can do the same. We'll invite you to do that. As I said earlier, if you buy a bunkie, we pledge to donate a night stay, and usually in the course of the year that adds up to quite a bit. And then of course the book and the connection cards, the book back there, but the Bunkie Life book and the Bunkie Life connection cards, all the money we make from those smaller items, we just donate to Ronald McDonald House too. So I just want to invite you to consider all those options if what we've done and our story has inspired you or motivated you. I'm inspired as much by you as you are, hopefully, by what we're trying to do. So I just appreciate you taking the time to listen to our story, and thank you for supporting us. I know there's people that have been following us for years and sharing our story with other people, and I just want to let you know it means a lot to Carrie and I and the whole team. So like I said earlier, if it makes sense, if the bunkie is going to be a bridge for you and your family, buy a bunkie, buy a book or some cards, or just donate to Ronald McDonald House. And it doesn't have to be a lot of money. If you have $2 in your pocket and you can spare it, that's fine. It's not about how much, it's about where your heart's at and what you can do. So that's as much as I want to get into tonight emotionally, but I appreciate you taking the time to listen. All right. Well, hadn't watched that video in about a year and a half, roughly. So I'd like to give the happier update to that. So we ended up trying one more time, and this is our Christmas Eve baby that came along. She was born in Fort Myers, Florida, and this is little baby Hannah. So yeah, it's been a wild year, I would say. She's just getting ready to crawl right now. She's like super pumped, and she's pretty much time for bed, I think. So yeah, what I'd like to do right now, if you guys are open to it, and I appreciate everyone sharing those comments. I was trying my best to reading them as I was going as well. So I'd like to kind of open up the floor and provide the other half of that challenge. So we've set up something pretty cool. Let me just share. So right now, if you were motivated by that, if that spoke to you, there's a couple different ways. Okay, this is my call to action. You can give with us, and I've already given a little bit, but let me explain what that looks like. So, of course, as I said, you can just give directly to Ronald McDonald House, right? And I've set up an easy way to do that, which I'll explain in just a second. I'll actually show you how I did it. And then the other thing, of course, if you want to buy a book, there's a way to do that. Sorry, that's not the one. Yeah, so you can donate directly, which I'll show you. You can take advantage of our amazing end of summer sale, which is happening right now-ish, or very, very, very soon. Just go to bunkielife.com/sale, or you can buy the Bunkie Life book. So yeah, but let me show you something pretty cool. If you're on Facebook, if you comment Bunkie Life gives, no spaces, it should message you all the details, which is pretty exciting. So it'll ask if you want to do the book thing. There's the Bunkie Life book. If you want to do the playing card thing, here's the playing cards. And so I'd like to challenge you. This is like one of those public things. If you're there, if you're with us, comment Bunkie Life gives, all one continuous word, no spaces. Oh, thank you so much, Sherry Weisner. You're the first one to do it. You rock. Okay. Same with you, Andrea Lavender. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Leslie Corbin, as well. So once again, by typing in Bunkie Life gives, it'll work on Facebook. You can do it on YouTube, but you still have to actually go to the website. But it won't actually respond to you. But if you do that, you're saying publicly, hey, I'm going to give something, and it could just be $1. I'm pretty sure you can give $1 on the Ronald McDonald House. It doesn't have to be that, or maybe you have another charity that you support. That's fine too. But the idea is, small people like me and like you, everyday people coming together. These little tiny streams create a big trickle, and they actually change the world. And so that's the idea behind this. I'm just going to check the comments. Holy crap, there's a lot of people commenting, which is awesome. So I'm going to give a shout out to everybody that did that. So Joanne, thank you. Mary Smith, I don't think I got you. Thank you so much. John Yost, appreciate it, man. Denise Solberg, thank you. Christy Sullivan Perez, thank you so much. That is awesome. Robin, thank you. Lenny Kim, thank you. Wow, I'm overwhelmed here. Shelly Hart. James, he said Bunkie Life book. If you're on YouTube like you are, James, you got to actually type it, go on the website and go to bunkielife.com/book because the YouTube comments won't kind of auto trigger. Shelly, thanks again. Joey, thank you. Thank you, Mark Carpenter. And you might have to do it all as one word. If you add a space, it might not work. Bunkie Life gives. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Mike Sims. Holy smokes. I just gotta go faster. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Lori. Denise. Hannah thanks you specifically. Kevin, thank you very much. PNA on YouTube. Go to the website to do it, but bunkielife.com/gives. And actually, I'm gonna pause it. Oh, there's so many comments. Holy smokes. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you, Camilla. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Deborah Richardson. Thank you, Jamie. Now, so it's gonna message you, or if you go on the website. But my challenge is do it tonight, because it could be one of those things you feel good in the moment, but then you forget to actually do the good thing that you promised everyone you'd do. So do it right now, and I'll show you how to do that. And thank you. Holy crap, James, thank you. Every time a store asks if I want to donate to Ronald House, I absolutely do. That's amazing, Christine. Yeah, you can round up if you go to McDonald's, which I'll be honest, we do sometimes. Gloria, thank you. Joey, thank you. Katie Wetton, I was calling you today. I did not get a hold of you, but thank you. Tamara, thank you. Karen, thank you so much. Jennifer, thank you very much. Thank you, Heidi. Wow. Jenny by the Sea, thank you. Jane, thank you. Stephanie, thank you. Leanne, thank you. Angel, thank you. Brian, thank you. Thank you. Jason, thank you so much. Paul, I will say every person's name. Nadia Tyson, Nicole, Chris, thank you so much. Candy Davis, thank you. Tiffany Roach, this is like romper room for adults right now. Holy smokes. Lipson by Andrea. Ann Taylor, thank you. Heidi Alred, thank you. Donnie, thanks, man. Or yes, Shannon, thank you. Christy, I think you said this already, but I thank you again. Are you familiar with Phil Keaggy and their story? I love Phil Keaggy's guitar work, but I don't know his backstory as much. If that's the Phil Keaggy you're talking about, very cool. Maria Silva, thank you. Jace, thank you. Jamie, Amber, Evelyn, thank you. Nikki, thank you. Brooke, thank you. Suzanne, thank you. Christine, thank you. Carrie, thank you. Kathleen, Kelly, Tim, I'm overwhelmed here. All right. Tim, Charles, Mark Carpenter with no spaces this time. You nailed it, buddy. Tracy, nice. Nancy, thank you. Wayne, thank you. Ashley, thank you. Venon Ann, you might need to unspace that out, but I appreciate the gesture. Joe, thank you. Jennifer Countryman, thank you. Dean Jones. Okay. Oh, Nancy says, how do I find the cards purchase? They're on the website under. They're on the website. If you type like apparel or merchandise, something like that. I'll do it. I'll do it in a minute if that's okay. Mark Prince, Bunkie Life gives. Thank you. Chatham just yelled Bunkie Life. So close. Cindy, Bunkie Life gives. Might want to take all the spaces. Have to order after live before the sound because the sound goes away. Okay. Bunkie Life gives. Thanks, Joe. Venon and you already commented. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Janet Wood. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Dwayne Williams. Thank you, Bevan. Tara, Colleen, Chris, James, Jennifer, I think you already commented, but thank you again. Michelle, thank you. Benita Willis, thank you. Jennifer, thank you. Kelly Chatham, thank you. I know. You've been here for a while. Wow, this is crazy. Just donate. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take a quick pause. I'm at your comment. Let's go to I recorded myself actually doing the donation just to show how easy it is. So I'm going to play that right now. Check this out. All right, I'm going to quickly show you how to donate with the Bunkie Life Gives campaign. I set one up just for the USA today. So you want to go to a new tab somewhere, type in bunkielife.com/gives, which should auto forward you to rmhc.org. And you scroll down, you can see the little fundraiser. I'm gonna be the first one to donate. And click here. And then type in my name, my details, all these things like this, email, etc., and all that stuff. And then in my case, I'm gonna do probably debit or credit. Okay, so I'm gonna pause while I enter my details so you guys can see that, and we'll go from there. So one thing you notice there is that for some reason it doesn't tally the $100, but when I actually press it through, at the top I entered 100 and then click pay, it still paid 100. So it's just like a user error on their website. Just wanted to let you know that. And if you click on the main page again, boom, $100 is on there. Add yours. Give it if you can, thanks. Okay, we cool with that? Everyone get that? It's pretty easy. If you just type in bunkielife.com/gives into your web browser, it'll go right to that page. Or if you're on Facebook, you can comment Bunkie Life Gives, no spaces, and it'll message you. So awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to get back to commenting. Diana, thank you. Heidi, thank you. Dave, have you mentioned the code word? Not yet, Chris. We're going to get there soon, though. We need a song, like the map. The map, the client map. I got that saved. Keith, thank you so much. Kathy, thank you. Mike says, I have a good friend who's been a volunteer for Ronald McDonald House for years. She's going to be the house manager for the Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay, cool. Very cool, Mike. Maria, Bunkie Life Gives. Thank you so much. Keelan, thank you. Sharina, thank you. Bunkie Life Gives. Thank you, Martha. Kent, thank you. Oh, so Phil Keggy has some miscarriages. Thanks, Joe, for elaborating. That makes sense. Mike, thank you. Mike Peoples. Mike Peoples. Good Peoples. Jackie, thank you. Mike Berlin, thank you. You're not old enough to know Romper Room. They never said my name. So thanks for saying my name. You got it, Andrea. Martha Farmer, thank you. Christine says done. Thank you, Christina. Bunkie Life Gives. Thank you, Gisela. I love that name. Gisela. That's a cool name. Okay, Venan, you've said it a few times. We got the picture. You rock. Thank you. When are you going to announce the U.S. factory location? That is in the works. It's a secret, top secret. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things we're gonna, but we'll be publishing it for sure. I'd love to build Bunkie Life at the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital here in Nashville. I love Nashville. Nashville's a cool spot. Okay. Bunkie Life Gives. Thanks, B. Trout. All right, we give Bunkies Give. Okay, thanks, guys. I got to the bottom of the comments. This is awesome. Okay, so that was basically what I wanted to get to. Hold on, I'm gonna do one more thing. So like I said, we're still looking for a few good people. bunkielife.com/gives. But also, if you're interested in participating in the sale, bunkielife.com subject, or just email me and then subject line sale. But a lot of people are saying, hey, Dave, do you guys let people come to the factory? Some people have actually driven out from like Michigan, mostly in New York. But we do a virtual version of the tour. So I want to just kind of comment on that real quick. If you are in the category that you're this, if the following describes you, I'd like to invite you to a tour. Okay, but this is kind of just for people that are in this category. Okay, so one, you have land. You actually have the land. You're not thinking about buying land. You have bought the land. The land is in your possession. Okay, you're thinking about a bunkie purchase sometime this year or early next year, and you have a realistic need, meaning you don't think you're going to live in this in Alaska, or you don't think you're going to live in it full time in Montana. Okay, you realize like this is a bunkie. It's not a tiny home. And you understand bunkies cost roughly $6,000 to $25,000. They're not $10. Okay, if that's you, if all of the above applies to you, then I would very tentatively like to invite you to book a tour. We can do them virtually, so we can do it over Zoom or FaceTime or whatever you feel like. So just email me subject line tour, and I'll set you up with an appointment. Okay, because kind of between now and the end of our sale, it's going to be chaos. With all of our appointments and stuff. So I just want to give you, the fantastic giving people on this specific live stream, that invitation. And here's a quick little video of what to expect on a tour.
Thank you so much for booking a factory tour. I hope you have lots of fun while doing it. Here's what to expect on your factory tour. First thing to do is make sure you have the right address. So just to confirm the address, I'm going to talk to you. So we have 4917 7th line, Rockwood. If you want to know where to park, we have some spots right in front of the building. But if those are taken, we have some spots here next to the fence if necessary. They might be used or they might not be. When you're parked, you can come right inside this door into our factory or admire the beautiful bunkies. Make sure to sign in here at the front desk where our friendly Bunkie Life staff member will greet you. Hope you have a great time here. I hope you have an amazing time on your tour. Make sure to check out my mom and dad on Dragon's Den and read all of our hundreds, maybe even 1,000 5-star glowing reviews.
Okay, well, it's been a slice. Thanks for letting me pour my heart out in that video. Thank you for tuning in to all the... If you've attended all the live streams, there's been, I think, 5 of them. And good on you. If you're binge watching it after the fact, like say it's tomorrow and you're binge watching it just before the contest closes, that's cool too. All the live streams have been recorded and they are accessible on the contest page. So I want to give everyone the best of luck for Wednesday night. I'll be here announcing the winner live. Make sure you tune in for it. It'd be so great if you could, because I'd love to get the actual winner on the phone, as I said earlier. So be frantically checking your email on Wednesday. If you have a job, obviously call in sick, whatever you need to do to make that happen. Nancy, thank you for Bunkie Life Gives. Lynn, thank you for Bunkie Life Gives. This has just been such a great, uplifting evening. I get really inspired. Chrissy says, I'm thinking of purchase this year. Awesome. Would love to serve you if we could. And you'd love a tour. Yeah, you can book a virtual tour. Just email me if it makes sense. This is us. We would understand all of it and love to book a tour. Awesome. Mary Smith, look forward to hosting you for a tour. Awesome. Yeah, you need to email me though. If you want to book a tour, email. Here, I'll show you. Email me. bunkielife.com, subject line tour. We used to just have like a page on our website. You could book it, but it's just easier if we kind of book it individually now. Land tour ready to build. Okay, cool, Keelan. Let's talk. Like I said, bunkielife.com or David at bunkielife.com, subject line tour. Okay, people are emailing me. Awesome. We'll book you in tomorrow first thing. And wish I was closer. That's cool. We can do it over Zoom. Jennifer, no problem. Almost as good. Not quite as good, but almost as good. We have an inland port just south of the... Okay, Deborah's talk. I love Americans because they always talk up their state. Come to my state. Come to my city. Come to my county. That's what I love. It's very, very pro come to my state. My favorite part about Americans. That's awesome. Okay. What if you live and own a home in the suburbs? Can you still have Bunkie? Probably. So, a lot of people have Bunkies in the suburbs for sure. I'd say the majority still are rural, but yeah, there's lots of people in the city or suburbs. Do you have to be present to win? No, Annie, you don't. But it would mean the world to me if you could try your best to attend live. It would, just so I can hopefully get you on the phone. That's my main thing. Okay. Great questions. Schedule a call but the wrong time zone. Dang. Well, let's fix it. Are you guys picking out the winner? Yes. Okay, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll start the live stream, and I'll pick the winner somewhere after 8. It won't be exactly at 8, but it'll be around there. Yeah, it's also at 8 p.m. Sorry, thanks for if I failed to mention that. Thanks for. I want to see the Tennessee factory. That's not built yet, James. It's still an idea. Still dreaming that into existence right now. Easy peasy. Donate via bunkielife.com/gifts. Yep. Cool. A lot of Tennessee people. People are pumping up Tennessee. Like it. Wednesday live team, 8 p.m. as usual. That's correct. All right. I will, but if you have a Black Friday special... Oh, yeah, we might do that again. We did a Black Friday thing where you had a discount on the bathroom Bunkie if you bought 2 things. It might happen. But that's a long time away. You're going to want to book that tour at least to get your brain around it first. Okay. How was Vegas? I had a great time in Vegas, actually. Yeah, it was wonderful. What if we entered twice just to get the score? If you did enter twice accidentally, you can email Gabriel at bunkielife.com and he can correct that. Because you can't have 2 entries. That's technically breaking the rules, but we can fix it. Where's the Tennessee factory? We haven't committed to a Tennessee factory. It's one of the locations worth considering. But you guys are winning us over with that Southern charm. I will buy a Bunkie if you do a Black Friday special. Okay, we'll see what we can do. I have land and want to do something in 2026. Cool. Yeah. We should chat because we could take you through those Bunkies on the tour, and then you can decide. People are saying Texas. I love Texas too. I mean, Michigan, obviously near and dear to my heart. Arizona, I don't think Arizona makes sense just because of the climate. It's so dry. And we want to ship stuff out at a kind of medium humidity. So I think Arizona is out. No offense to the Arizonians. Missouri for a factory. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Donated. Thank you, Gloria. Appreciate that. Vermont. I love Vermont. Okay. Mississippi. I'm excited for... I was just in New Mississippi. I always said the code word. I have not. And I forget what it is. Hold on. I'm going to look it up. No, I know what it is. Okay. I'm going to say it in just a minute. What date and time? Wednesday, August 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Joey. Tune in then. Wow, there's a lot of comments. I'm trying to get to it. Love learning your story through this entire process. Well, thank you for tuning in, Barbara, and thank you for being a participant. Yes. Bring a factory to Kentucky, Louisville. I was in Louisville. We went to this Louisville Science Center a couple weeks ago. Come to North Carolina. Awesome. Did you have to be present to win? No, Mike Peoples, but it'd be great if you could be present to win. It'd make my day. Fort Smith, Arkansas. We have interstates for rail shipping and barge. That's a good point. On the Mississippi. Can't beat that. Awesome. No income state tax. Good incentive. Awesome. Americans in code word. Chris, thank you for keeping me on track, buddy. I get a little bit meandering sometimes. And you're keeping me on the straight and narrow, and I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. Okay. Missouri's the center. Great central location. You're not wrong there. Okay. We are the volunteer state. I didn't know that in Missouri is the show me state. Okay, good to know. Oh, you're talking about Tennessee, aren't you? Okay, I'm learning. Base the new factory on the client list. Okay, I'm going to share that one more time. I have it pulled up and I didn't get to sing the song yet. So the map, the client map, it's the map. Okay, so this map is not that helpful other than I know we don't really want to go to South Dakota. That seems to be almost like repelling clients at this point. But I think it's just because there's not a lot of people there. I'm sure they're nice people, but a lot of people up here, in the Northwest, we'll say. But some of them are Vancouver. And then you got a lot of folks in the California area, although very hard to ship from, so I'm probably not going to be there. And then look in the center. Look at this. Tennessee, North Carolina. These are all great locations. And it's not terrible all winter. It's only mildly terrible. So we're considering this all as we look at the map, the client map. It's the map! Okay, so we go back to my regular scheduled program. We're probably going to call it a night in a few minutes. Thank you so much. New Hampshire, love it. Missouri is your home state. Sorry, Heidi, I got confused. Good old Oklahoma. I've been to Tulsa a few times. That's a cool place. Check out Sparta, North Carolina. That's 5 p.m. in Tennessee. I don't think that's true. You're only 1 hour away from us, I think. Okay. I can guarantee an abundance of humidity if you build the factory in Louisiana. Good call. All right. Well, folks, man, I love Americans, how they pump their own states. Like everyone's promoting their own state. Gotta love it. I don't think it's the exact same as Canadians. I don't think we pump like our provinces as hard as you guys pump your states. So classic. Any discounts for purchasing multiple Bunkies? Well, stay tuned because we're just about to announce this amazing sale, our end of summer sale. Kim, it's going to blow your mind. The discounts, the savings, the bonuses. So check that out. And if you are serious about doing multiples, we should talk. Okay. This has been fun. I'm scrolling down to the bottom. Everyone's pumping their state. Maine, Tennessee. James just assumes it's a winner. Best carpenters are New Hampshire. Okay. Pacific Northwest represent. Loving Bunkies in Minnesota. Fantastic. Okay, so would the factory location also contribute local lumber mills? Yeah, realistically, we'd love if the American factory made American bunkies with American lumber, and the Canadian factory made Canadian bunkies with Canadian lumber, and we ship to the respective countries. I think that's going to smooth our lives out a lot with all the trade stuff happening. So that's the ultimate final destination and goal. North Dakota has no trees. There's just no trees. Don't even try. They have no trees. So obviously Donovan's not from there. He felt like he needed to slag on North Dakota. Just there's no trees. Okay, anyways, these are awesome, hilarious comments. What is the subject line for the sale? Sale! Hold on. If you want to email me about the sale, I keep it simple. I'm a simple man. I keep it simple. Just subject line, sale. That's all you need. Everyone in the world knows Butler, Pennsylvania now. That's a good call. Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of great carpenters in Pennsylvania too. Let's be honest about it. Indiana. Yep. Love it. Thank you for your time and your story. Thank you, Alvin, for listening. I live in Florida and I still vote for Tennessee. Traitor. Awesome. Okay, I love it. Okay, well, this is really, really helpful, guys. Gabriel. If you want to email Gabriel, it's just Gabriel. Yeah, the second one, not the first one, Dana. Okay, email you about the sale. BunkieLife.com, subject line sale. Bam. Okay, this is awesome. I'm from there, but there's no trees. What if I want Canadian lumber? We could probably figure that out. I mean, right now there are no tariffs on Bunkie, so that's fine. And that's what, if you buy a Bunkie, like probably within the next year, it'll still be the classic, Canadian-made Bunkies. But we're talking, we try to plan 2-3 years ahead. So yeah, if you buy the next little bit, you're good. There's no trees here. Just no tree. I'm gonna Google that later. What kind of wood we use in the USA? That's what we're working on right now. We're considering certain species of southern yellow pine. Apparently it's almost as good as spruce if you buy the good stuff. There's also bad stuff. We got to educate ourselves a little more. Anything we're supposed to say when asking about the sale? Just say sale. We'll take it from there, Lenny. BunkieLife.com. David at BunkieLife.com. Subject line, sale. Okay. All right. Well, there's so many great... I'm trying to get to the bottom of these comments. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Our cedar bunkies in the future. We did look into that. We could do it. I just don't know if they'd be as durable as the current stuff we're making, unless we get a really durable cedar. So short answer, probably not anytime soon. Okay. I got to the bottom of the comments. We kept it to a tight hour and a bit. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in, for listening to our story, for participating in these live streams. It's meant the world to me to do this. I hope it was fun, and we'll see you again in exactly 47 hours from now. Tune in, even if you're from North Dakota where there's no trees. We'll love to have you, and we'll see you then, and we'll be announcing the winner. So stay tuned for that.